What's up everybody, this is Hillbillies here, and welcome back to episode 59 of my Minecraft Let's Play series. Figured I just wanted to show you quick that I finally added like a bow and an arrow to the archery range, so people kind of know what it is now. And as well as the thing I figured out, well, since the like clocks and stuff are really easy now with everything, I've added a clock that I can turn on and off to all of the games in the world that require it, like the same thing with the dispenser over here, so that it's not always running, like the redstone's not always constantly going. As well as the fact that this one here was also changed. It used to be minecarts that controlled it all, but now I've just switched it once again just to a quick clock and a switch, and that's all, and that controls all of it, just at different delays and everything. And I think it works better. It's a lot quieter. Obviously, it's nicer with the redstone and everything, and at least I can turn it off and not have too many issues, but there you go. It makes it more interesting too, I think, more controllable for how you want it to work and everything, so I'm quite happy with that. That's one good thing done. It also, like I said, it causes a lot less lag in the world when things aren't constantly shooting and moving, and everything keeps it running smoother, and I like that. I'll probably eventually want to make some of these beacons bigger too, because I have to make the level of them. I have to add more iron to each beacon to make it bigger and give the effect a larger area, so I think that's probably one of the things that'll be good. Like if I put a huge one there, it should probably expand to a big area, but I'll have to see how much iron I have. But that's not really what I wanted to work on today. Today I actually wanted to go ahead and go down and start the slime farm, which I did do a little bit of stuff, mostly just, the tunnel and everything. I just wanted to kind of be there working stuff out while you guys were there too. And another thing is I kind of want to maybe do this armor stand thing over. I saw Etho and Doc yesterday. They added one in their new Minecraft world that they're doing, that they had joined in. They have like a dispenser that is like 4 dispensers set up so that when you walk on, it completely armors you. So it kind of gave me the idea. I wonder if I could do that, but I realized the problem is if you're only going for a helmet and it shoots out all the pieces of armor, that's kind of a waste. So I'm either going to do one of two things. If it's not possible, my main idea, I'll just have a hopper that collects all of them. Otherwise, I think that whichever ones you don't pick up, I think it should be that it gets dropped into a hopper and then it dispenses it back into the original dispenser, and then it kind of reloads itself. And I would like to try that and see how it works out, but I don't know. It could be too much work for the small area that I have. But basically, remember the slime farm that I wanted to do? Well, I just kind of carved out this natural little hole, so I didn't want to mess with it too much, until you come down here, down the nice little half slab stairs, into, of course, going to be these leading to the slime farm. Of course, slime blocks on the walls and the lime green bright color like them. Of course, I need some lights and stuff. I still haven't gotten any of that, but I'll work on that at some point, probably put lights just in the floor. But this is pretty much it. I just squared out the room that was already there. I just squared it out and changed everything back over to stone. I may end up changing the design of the walls anyways. And there's actually, depending on how long I'm here, there are always lots of slime spawning. So my kind of idea that I have is, obviously, everything's got to go into this corner. But I can either just make sure that all the slime get forced into the corner here, and I can just kill them by hand and put hoppers down on the ground. That could be an option, and have chests right here and just grab the stuff out of the chest after. Or I could just always make this tunnel a little bit shorter, because what I would do is I would extend the water. Of course, everything's going to match into here, so I'm thinking that I could send the water this way, and then I create a small gap that the giant slime can't fit through, so they suffocate, and then it breaks them apart into the smaller slime. And then they move forward, and then the small slime get turned into the little tiny blocks, and then the little tiny slimes get killed at the very end of it all and just drop automatically into Hopper. And I'm kind of wondering if that would work well, because this place is so close to the base and me all the time that it's pretty much always active, I think. So it could be perfect, I think. But first, what I gotta do, obviously, I have all sorts of stuff here. I've got lots of ice and everything that I want to figure out how to set up the water flows for this, because I've never really tried actually doing any sort of slime farm or anything like this. And the thing is, it's 3 blocks wide, so I don't know if I can just put if I put a fence here, is that gonna interrupt something or whatever, just little tests and everything. But I know that, I'll need one there, obviously. One here. And if I can't, oh yes, I could just put it on that, can't I? No, I can't. Alright, so something like this. Now, I don't know if I'd have to make the whole bottom packed ice, because I could do that. I could just change the whole floor to packed ice after when I'm finished. At least if I can get it all set up, though, that would be better. So how far is this? Just 1 and 2, 1, 2. So I'm going to try this. Now, again, no guarantees that any of this will work. I'm just hoping that it does, because I think this is the way they used to do it. You just kind of have spawning pads, and then the slime jump off, and they get dragged away. So I made it 3 blocks wide, because I think they're 2 blocks, but I just, gave them enough room, just in case. Oops, I don't want that there. I forgot I finally got Silk Touch again. I went and I spent a whole bunch of time at the Guardian farm, and I got a whole bunch of good enchantments, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. I got some Silk Touch and some other pickaxes that I'm going to be using later. I want to try and get more diamonds, but I've just had terrible luck recently actually trying to get any. I don't know why. You'd think with the new biomes there would be like an increase in the spawns or whatever, but I guess not. Now, once again, no idea if this is going to work. I'm really hoping it is. Actually, you know what? Why don't you let me set up these water sources, and I will see if it works. Maybe, like, if there's actually anything that ends up spawning, I'll put some lights and stuff up. And if it does work, I should probably also go get some more packed ice. I do have lots of extra packed ice, so I can go get packed ice, and I can make the floor packed ice so at least the slimes would slide quickly. Because I don't know, I think they hop in water, but I don't know how well or how much. Like, I don't know if they can actually jump right out of here. So that's kind of like those other little tests that I have to do. So if you guys will just give me a little while, I'm going to go ahead and, well, I'll keep working on this, obviously, and then I'm going to go and grab some more packed ice. I'll change the floor. Maybe I'll do that before I start putting water everywhere, and I'll see how it works out. Well, there you go, guys. See, got the water stream set up, so everything leads towards that one doorway over here. So then I can figure out if I need to create like a hallway to crush them or anything like that, or do I just leave it like that and kill them where they are and make those last 3 blocks like hoppers or something that go into a chest in the middle or whatever. And I think that could work. Like, but I have to see pretty much right now and find out, first of all, do they still spawn? And also, will they, if they do spawn and they land up here, will they jump off into the water, and will they flow all the way to the end and whatnot? So, now that I've shown you this, guys, I think I'm just gonna, AFK for a little bit or whatnot. I'll just sit here and kind of watch and wait. I'll probably go see if I can kill some mobs or make it daytime at least to make a less chance of them being around, because there's all the caves around this area have already kind of filled up, or at least most of them, so that's a good thing. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna wait here for a little while, see if this thing actually works, if it pushes any of the slimes, if they jump back up on top, and if they do, then I'll have to figure out a way to, keep them in the water once they've jumped in and all that kind of stuff. So, give me a little while, guys, and let's see if this thing actually works. Alright, so on my way back, guys, it seems that the slimes are here. The slimes are still spawning, and they're ending up in the water, and they're always ending up in this corner now, which is really good. Unfortunately, I guess I have to move the tunnel over 1, I think, because what I want to find out... Oh, maybe not, though. I might be able to just carve out this center, because what I'm curious about is how can I now shrink the slimes? Like, I've seen Etho before. He used, like, this method that he just had the slimes, like I guess they went under the water and got crushed into a block, and then they suffocated and broke apart into smaller ones, and that allowed them to go through the other block, and so on and so forth, until he ended up with just slime balls. So I'm wondering, you know, if the same thing works here. The only problem is they are jumping in the water now, and I don't think that's something they used to do. So if I can just do some little tests here with you guys. I want to find out, like, if I get rid of this now, will he get forced in, suffocated maybe, anything happen like that? Whoa, what's happening? Okay, it's loading again. Okay, no, so he's hopping, eh? How can I fix this then? I wonder what happens too if I'm standing here hitting them, what happens? Okay, maybe I could, ooh, what happened? They all, okay, they are still coming. So they do just flow down. They don't try and escape or anything like that once they're in the water flow, it seems. So I could technically just sit here and punch them to death or whatever and, you know, get a whole bunch of slime balls from it. I would like to make it automatic, but I don't think I can since they jump. I think the thing was that since they didn't used to, they would just like kind of get forced into the wall, and then they would drop down and they'd suffocate. But I don't think I can do that unless maybe I can put a half slab or something over top. I don't even have something. Give me 1 second, unless I have anything in here. Do I? Really, I don't have anything in here. No crafting tables, nothing. I have one close by. I could just go make some. Yeah, my idea now maybe is if I put a half slab, and the big slimes could maybe get crushed by that. I don't know. At least they would stop hopping once they got to the door, and then that might control them a little bit better. I'll have to see. I don't really want to have to move the tunnel over, but if I do, then it's not, you know, it's not the worst thing ever. So I'm going to use these. I think these slabs are alright for just a covering. I've never tried this before either, though, and I should, well, yeah, I guess I'll be able to get out. I think the slime blocks are 2 blocks and something tall, but that's the whole thing. I don't really know, so this is kind of the test. And oh, look, there's another one already back. That was quick. Okay, so, ooh, nope, stop it. Oh my god, I gotta get rid of them. That's the thing, you can't let them corner you, because they will do a lot of damage to you, which is unfortunate. Okay. Nope, let me place this, please. Go away. There we go, alright. So, anything? Nothing? No? I think I have to put some water streams on that wall there to push them over a little bit. Let's see if I can get them out of the way for now. Because I think that's kind of one of the other issues I'm having now, is the water doesn't want to flow this way. Hey, go away. I'm trying to do something here. Well, I guess the blocks are working quite well. Did I just lose a block because of that? No, okay, it's still... That work better? No, probably not. That definitely didn't work. How am I gonna get rid of this? Ah, frig. I'd have to make maybe just that back wall there. Okay, let me get rid of this. This should work, probably. Yes, it does. But he can't get up here now, which is a problem. Okay, let's try this again, but instead of there, I'll put the... God damn it. I forget these guys can always still hit you. Okay, so now if I put them on the top of the block instead, maybe they'll go like this and they'll stop jumping. Maybe you put one there too. Okay, so I'll leave, come back again. And hopefully there'll be another big slime spawn, which is actually, like, I'm surprised how well it works being, you know, underground, and there are still, you know, a few dark areas around this spot. I haven't worked too much to be able to get rid of all of that or anything. Kind of unfortunate. I'd really like to be able to get rid of, you know, all the mobs around my base and get the actual, like, the mob farm working again. There is a, what is it? It's a zombie spawner, actually, that's nearby. It's like halfway down the tunnel to the iron farm somewhere. I think above it even. So I'd have to like go and find that, and I could probably make like a zombie kill thing for experience. But so far the Guardian farm seems to work well, as long as I'm able to keep up with making potions, because that's really what I need to kill them all with. If I want XP, of course. Otherwise, I just use the crusher. Okay, yeah, I probably should have killed all those guys because I realized they are taking up loads of slime spawns. So if you guys will give me a second, I'm gonna just come back, I'll let a couple more spawn in, and we'll see if this time they stop jumping and see if they get pushed into the wall or anything, and maybe I can get rid of the other wall and make it also a half slab and see if they can get squeezed through or something. Alright guys, so putting the half slab definitely helped. I've now also added another one farther in a little bit, and he is trapped at the moment, like while he's, trying to go forward. I don't know if he could ever jump backwards, but my next idea, if it works, is I'd like to drag him in far enough, maybe, to here, or maybe one block ahead, at least until he's out of that room. And the next step would be, I would have water up on the ceiling, basically, like up here, possibly, so that it's flowing constantly, so that when he gets pushed into it, he can't swim up to escape, so he drowns and breaks into the smaller blocks, and that's when I'll have something like, let's say this. I'll just build another section that's a little bit smaller, so then the small slimes get stuck on it, suffocate, and then they break apart again, and I'll just continue that until I get to the really tiny slimes. So that's so far what I've come up with, and I'd like to actually test it now maybe and see how it works. I don't have any water though, do I? I might have some iron on me. Haha, I do. I even have buckets on me. Perfect. I don't have enough. I need an infinite water source quick. I gotta do it back here though, because I don't know how much room this is actually going to take up now. Since it is going to be a whole slime wide, at least the first section is going to be. It's going to take a little bit to get it done. But that's alright. It's something new, something I've never tried to work on before, so excuse me if you don't mind. I just like to take that. Thank you. Cool. Alright. So, the idea behind this is, since he's trapped... Actually, how far... Wait, how did you suddenly jump? I haven't changed the height of the blocks at all. It's kind of weird. But are you constantly trying to swim? Like, it looks like you're floating on top of the water. Although I did just change the water source, so... I'd love to just knock you back for a second. Just because I can't see if it's still flowing properly. I think it is. Okay, so he is probably not far enough in yet. So if I can just remove, let's say, this one here, and this one here, he should, yes, perfect. Okay, so he flows in a little bit more. Now, how could I place it? Maybe if I put, let's say, fences or signs there and there, and do that on both sides, then the water that I put on the ceiling won't flow. It'll only flow this way, which is kind of what I want. I don't have any more on me except for right there, Perfect, huh? I always have extras just in case. I also want to have extras in case I get attacked by this guy. Now, I need to repair that Silk Touch on. It's already half gone. It's crazy. It's so sad. I love my Silk Touch. Okay, excuse me. This is very difficult with him in the way. The problem is I don't get them to spawn all that often. Okay, so obviously it has to be on that outer wall, so I'll put one block. Let's say that's the ceiling, right? So it's right there. I'll put one right... Oh. Come on. I'm sorry about this, guys. I'm just trying to get I really am curious about this and actually finding out if this will work or not. I'd love if it did. So that'll stop the water from flowing that way. At least I might need some on the bottom too. I don't know. I think so. Okay, but you know what? Let's just try it without for now and see how it works. Can I even bring him in one more block? Maybe just for safekeeping, just in case he's not far enough this way yet. Alright, okay, whoa, now he's definitely close enough. So if I place water there, and up there... wait, what? Did it put that like halfway? It's kind of hard to do that when he's hopping like that. Frig. I can't tell. This is very difficult, guys, I gotta say. Alright, now I've got two at least. Okay, that's kind of causing him problems. One more. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, he's getting stuck. Are you gonna drown now? Oh, okay, yeah, he's drowning. And he turns into the other blocks, and he keeps going forward. Okay, so in theory, this works like I want it to. Obviously, it's not very nice, so I'll have to fix it up a little bit. Cool. So that's kind of what I wanted to find out, is if this actually just works first of all, and then I can worry about the other details. Obviously, you can see these little guys are swimming, so I need to, because this is still part of the tunnel, right? So I'll have to rip out the tunnel. There does have to go, signs do have to go here. Wait, I can't place a sign there? Why can't I put a sign there? Maybe it's just because there's so many goddamn these guys around. Okay, there. Get rid of these ones, put one there, and put one here. Ooh, but is that going to work? Because what'll happen is he's going to get stuck here, but I want the water to flow down and this way. Maybe if I get, oh, okay. Maybe if I put it from there and over here. Although that's going to be a ceiling as well, right? Because I think if they just hit this, they're going to just kind of fight against it. They aren't going to want to actually swim this way. But you know what, guys? Give me a little while, since I know it kind of works. Let me work on this for a bit and see what I can come up with. Well, guys, I seem to have found something that actually worked. At first I thought it wasn't, because the slime didn't look like he was drowning, but then he did, and he broke into little tiny slimes, and they all came through this way, so this is what it ended up being. It's just, you can see the room ends here. So I have, of course, the signs here to stop this water from merging with this one. I have 2 signs on each side up here to stop this water from flowing backwards. So it basically, as soon as you hit the water here, it pushes you through. You touch this one, and it's going down and forward at the same time. So it pushes them this way. And of course, this is kind of, that's like, that's 2.5 blocks, but they're technically, I guess, 2 blocks is their hitbox, I think, something like that. So in here, he seems to kind of just end up drowning while he's in here because he's so big, and then he gets pushed forward. So I'm going to pretty much just copy this same thing that I have, but I'm just going to move it forward and down each time. So like the next one will be for the other slime, so they'll be down like here pretty much. That'll be the next step. These ones will go through, and then it'll crush the other ones, and then I'll do that until I get to an area that's just one tiny block, which will be for the last slimes, and then I'll put something that when I kill them, it picks up all of their loot, or I'll just maybe I can punch them by hand, and it may throw them back, but all the water will wash all the stuff back into like hoppers. Like let's say these 3 were hoppers, and I put like a lock chest, and a lock chest again, and separated them that way, or something like that. That's kind of the idea that I've had so far, and I've been trying to keep it the same width. Like the big guys are like 2 blocks wide, so I put like 3 blocks there just in case. These guys are, I think they're only 1 or 2 blocks. I don't know, probably 1 block, so I'll probably put it, I'll make it 2 wide, or as much as I need to make them flow in the same way that did, and then I will finally push them into a tiny block, into a single slime. So I'm going to keep working, guys, and get that all finished up, and then I can show you a final test once it's actually all hooked up. Alright, everybody, I don't have any slimes to show you right now, but I do have this progress to show you. That I built this just little exterior area here that I can just kind of walk around. Of course, it's all half slabbed on the floor so that no slime spawn. But it's cool to be able to get a 360-degree view of everything, so it goes all the way around and wraps back around to this side here. And you've got, of course, the viewing windows. This one is for watching the large slimes. And of course, you can see that they'll get stuck on the half slab that's there, and the water will keep pushing them in, and then they'll suffocate, then they'll turn into the medium-sized slimes, and they'll fit underneath those half slabs. So then they go to this next section here where you can see it's also been lowered when they get stuck up against this wall here. So then the medium-sized guys suffocate as well, turn into the small slimes, and then of course they meet their doom as well, and just drop, simple as anything, drop into a hopper and right into the chest. And you can see I've had quite a few. Not, amazing, but there was a lot that I had to get rid of at the very bottom of the world from me mining a long time ago. I had left a big wide open area, so I used all these stone slabs, and I went to the bottom and I kind of spread them out everywhere as much as I could, and it seemed to slow it down pretty quick, but I do have to leave and come back every so often for more to spawn. I'm hoping that I can fill up, maybe there's probably caves around the area that are also stopping the spawn, but that'll be one of those things to work on. I'm not too worried for the amount of slime balls that I actually need and use. It's like I don't really need that insane amount, so it works for now for what I need, and when I do need more, I'll be able to, I'll take some time to go and clean up around the area and, light everything up, make sure there's no more spawning anywhere, because I don't know where their spawn things are anymore since everything has changed. But, I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's doing what I need to do, and it's simple, it's automatic, I don't have to worry about anything, so even if I'm just above, if I'm up making stuff, or just AFK near waiting for coal or the iron or something to smelt, then I can at least, know that I'm close enough to this, and it'll work on its own, it'll most of the time always be active, so that's pretty great. But, you guys let me know what you think, let me know what you think of the look, and if you think it's pretty good, if there's anything you think I should add to it or anything like that. I don't plan on using an XP farm, just so you guys know, because I don't really see a point in it for now. I just want the slime balls, and the Guardian farm is quite a good XP farm. But anything else, I have some dogs, of course, that always need names, and I gotta go set up some more signs and stuff like that. I've been doing little things, cleaning up around the world and fixing little problems here and there as I go on my own time. So, let me know even some ideas if you want to see some stuff built, or if you have suggestions for things to fix, or how to change the look of some of the stuff and make it a little bit better, maybe some hidden light features, or anything at all, really. So, once again, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll see you in the next one.